Hi everybody, welcome back to Small Caliber Arms Review. I'm Richard, and today we're going to take a look at, in my opinion, what would be a fantastic choice for concealed carry or personal protection for someone that is new to firearms. And it is the Taurus 605. This is a little 357 or 38 special 5-shot revolver, single action or double action. Now I have it loaded up with, right now I had 5 rounds of 38 special in there, but it's a little snub-nosed 2-inch barrel revolver. It's just a really cool gun. They are really, they require a lot less thought when using one, but this is really a good shooter. I've had it for a little while now. I've already taken it out and fired it a few times, and it's really smooth. The hammer, when you pull it back to the single action position, it is just so buttery smooth. You feel no grit, no drag, nothing. It just rocks back. When you go to fire it from single action, it's a short, fairly light trigger pull on it. Now, if you're firing it from double action, it's a long, heavy trigger pull. I don't know what the trigger pull weight is on it, but it's probably somewhere around 10 or 12 pounds. So that kind of makes it a safety feature. It's a lot less likely that you're going to draw it from concealment and accidentally have a discharge on it, because it takes a lot of effort to pull that trigger all the way back. Now, single action is a lot less, but you're not going to carry it like that, and you don't need to, because it's ready to go. As soon as you pull it out, you just pull the trigger and it's good to go. We're going to get these 38 specials loaded back up in here. Take a couple shots, single action at the 7-yard target, just for accuracy, and see how it does. Now, loading it is a piece of cake. Just take your rounds and drop them right down in the cylinder. And when you got them all full, close the cylinder. Now, I do have a couple speed loaders for this one. I like this gun so much, I went ahead and bought speed loaders for it. And these are, I'll put the link in the description below. They're very inexpensive. I paid like $8 a piece for these. But you just put it right on there, give it a little turn, and they drop right out. Now this one, the cylinder, when it tips out, is a little close to the frame, so it's kind of tough. It does go in there without interfering. It's just a little tough, especially under a high stress or a panic situation. It's going to be a little tougher, but it's going to be easier than loading one round at a time in there. Let's take a few shots at the 7-yard and see how it does. All right, we'll get the eyes and the ears on and take 5 shots at the center target up there and see how it does. And we're going to do these, like I said, we're going to do these single action just for the accuracy part of it. All right, there's the 5 shots. Now to just empty the cylinder out, just tip it out. I usually take my 2 fingers on my left hand, push them through there. That way I've got my thumb right on the ejector rod. Give it a couple taps just to make sure they're all out. And you can throw them right in your pouch if you're gonna reload or, you know, dispose of them properly. Let's go take a look at that target real quick. All right, that was actually my first shot, and it doesn't get much better than that, but it was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's only 7 yards away, but that's pretty good grouping at 7 yards. And I was really concentrating on that first one, so I made sure I got it right in the center. The other ones, not so much. But I've got the silhouette target set up there at the 15 yards. Let's give that thing a few shots. All right, you remember, this is only a 2-inch barrel on this thing too. So that is, it's a snub-nosed revolver, and that really affects the accuracy of it. But let's do it. 5 shots, double action, 15 yards, center mass. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all from 15 yards, double action, kind of a slow fire. I'm gonna shoot the same silhouette target. I'm gonna move up a little bit closer, probably another 7 yards, and do some rapid fire on it, see how it does. All right, the really cool thing about this is having the ability to fire both 38s and 357s. I've got another 5 rounds of 38 in there. I'm going to do some double action, kind of rapid shots at the target and see how it does. Now, they kind of spread out a little bit. There's a nice little thump to this thing, and the muzzle flips up pretty good. So you really got to get a good grip on it and hold it where you want it. And it's just kind of a point and shoot type thing, because if you look at the sights on this, they are very minimal sights, just a groove cut in the top of the frame and the little non-adjustable front sight on there. It's kind of hard to see. I'll probably take some fingernail polish or something and put it on there to make it a little easier to see. But we'll go look at that real quick and see how I did with the 5 rapid shots. All right, so I've got a total of 10 shots on this target and nothing outside of the 7 ring, which is okay. It looks to me like I got a few of them right in here. I had the other ones in there before from the first 5 rounds I did on this one. But like I said, this one shoots 357s also, so let's put a few of those in there and listen to them bark. Okay, these are 125 grain jacketed soft points, and these are 357 Magnums, and they do kick in this little gun, so you really want to get a good grip on it. It's got a completely different sound and a completely different feel. They hit hard. I don't know if I'd want to spend all day at the range shooting with 357 Magnums in this thing, and they're going to be quite a bit more expensive than 38 specials anyways. 38 special is close to the recoil in this small of a gun, but it's not that bad. Even with the 357s, the rubber grip on this thing actually does quite a bit to cushion the blow on it. It's not terribly abusive to your hand, but you'll know it. All right, there's my 5 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the 357 Magnum, 7 yards. Yeah, that does the job. It'll do it. It'll do it well too. With a 2-inch barrel on it, I'm pretty impressed with the gun. It is very smooth and easy to manage. Now, one of the things I have noticed about this gun is when you're firing 357 Magnums in them, the shells take a little more effort to get out. There's a lot higher pressure in these rounds, and they swell up pretty good, and they tend to stick in there. So this is kind of old ammo. I probably had this for 20 plus years, but they pack a wallop. Let's throw some more 38s in there and take a couple more accuracy shots at the little round targets there. Now, one of the things I wish I did have, I did make the holster. It's a leather paddle style holster. I'll give you a close-up of that. One of the things I wish I had was a pouch to hold the speed loaders, because I really like speed loaders with the Revolver. It really makes reloading a lot faster, especially if there's enough clearance there to get the speed loader in there and do what it's supposed to do. Let's do some accuracy with the double action on the 7-yard 38 specials in here. I think these are a little bit heavier bullet, but a lighter powder charge because they're 38s and not 357s. Good group, just not exactly where I intended. All right, there's the 5 shots I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 2 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a bad group, a good group. 7 yards. Of course, I was aiming for there and hit low and to the left. Same thing I did over here, kind of, except for that first one. And that's probably me. Probably, it seems like I've got my finger a little too far through the trigger guard, which is, I got big hands. It's kind of easy to do with this thing too. It's a pretty small gun. All right, 5 more rounds of 357 Magnum. There's quite the flame that comes out of this thing too. It's got a pretty small cylinder gap on it, but I see a lot of fire. I wish you could have seen it from my view. It just kind of flared out there like that. Really pretty cool. May have singed some of the hair off my knuckles, who knows. All right, guys, there it is, the Taurus Model 605. It is a 2-inch barrel, 5-shot, single action or double action revolver. It is a joy to shoot, if you ask me, for being as small as it is. Really easy gun to conceal because, I mean, it's not much bigger than your hand. I don't know that you'd want to carry it in a pocket just because of the hammer on there, and I think it is available in a hammerless or a bobbed hammer design, so you don't have to worry about that. I've actually seen pictures of people cutting the hammer off and using it as double action only. But I like having the single action or double action feature on it. This is the holster I made for it. It is a leather. They are available in Kydex and different plastics, different models, all kind of stuff. But this one is a hardened leather holster I made, molded it around, wet molded it around the gun. So I've got a little bit of retention there on the trigger guard. So it actually holds in there really well. You actually have to, you know, pull it out. I'm sure over time it'll wear out and I may have to do something to it or make another one or something. My next project needs to be a pouch to hold my 2 speed loaders. But with either 38s or 357s in it, it's really a good shooting gun. It's pretty accurate, especially for only having a 2-inch barrel on this thing. It does great. Great job 7 yards, great job 15 yards. I don't know that you could probably do even better farther out. I've seen Jerry Mitchell shoot a balloon at 1,000 yards with a revolver, but that's him. This is a good choice for a first-time gun user. There's not a lot of features, not a lot of things to confuse you. There's no safety on it. It's just, this is your safety, and the long, heavy trigger pull kind of adds to that. Accidental discharges with revolvers are fairly uncommon. It takes a pretty conscious effort to actually grab this thing and do what it needs to do to fire. So, like I said, accidental discharges are fairly rare. Cleaning this thing up, all you got to do is hit your cylinder release right there, push it out, get some rim oil or whatever your favorite cleaner is, get it sprayed down in the barrel, spray all the moving parts, clean the chambers out in the cylinder, and lube it up really well. If you've got a little bit of smoke residue that's kind of baked in there, burned in there, especially around the forcing cone and the top of the frame up in here and toward the back there, you'll get a lot of carbon buildup and stuff. You can take with this gun, this is the matte stainless finish, you can actually take a bronze wire brush and give it a light scrubbing. You could probably do it with a nylon, but it doesn't seem to take the carbon off as well. And you don't have to worry too much about ruining the finish on it. I don't know, other than the blued, I don't think they're in any other finishes. I think it's just the matte or the blued. And these have been around since, I can't remember, 1998. So they've been around for a while. And it's a good gun. It's a proven gun. It's a comfortable gun to shoot. It's a fun gun to shoot. And it's a great gun for concealed carry if you have the right gear to do it with. If you could, hit this button up here to check out some of my other videos. Hit this button over here to subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for taking a look at the Taurus Model 605 with me and checking out Small Caliber Arms Review.